Got a lot of enemies. This thing on? Are we recording? Bring this a little bit closer. Closer. All right. Hopefully we're much better off now. Got a lot of enemies. Let me know if you guys, well, I guess when I know that someone's there. Make sure volume levels are okay.
Come on. Please be okay.
Oh man, where are my cheats at? Gotta have my cheats.
Joel! Tommy!
Really excited to see what this game will look like on PC, as well as the remake, obviously. But
You're okay. You're okay.
everything is okay. Okay, cool. Appreciate it. Tell me that from a distance, even though it's not moving like an Uncharted treasure, you wouldn't think that that was like an Uncharted treasure. And considering I've been playing Uncharted 4 off and on, I guess it's just like stuck in my head or something. I got enemies.
Joel? Tommy?
Uh-oh. What could be happening? I'm gonna be honest about this moment in the game. I think you still would have had a lot of people that hated this and how it was done. But if this moment here, as well as other moments from the game, had not leaked out 2 or 3 months before the game released,
Joel.
I think it was a little bit longer than that. Then I don't think that the community would be as divided as they are with this game.
Fuck.
You think Ellie still has seen his vagina juice on her lips? Well, I hope so. I wish it was way more immersive, and I wish I could still taste it and smell it myself. I would love that, in fact. I'm just kidding. Well, sort of. Major spoiler alert.
Get her down! Get off me! Get her hands! Get the fuck off me!
Favorite video game? Like right now or ever?
Got her. Okay?
What's up, Filthy?
You're gonna fucking die!
I still have
What's
the
going on?
leak alongside the faction
Let
suite.
us go in!
Why aren't you posted up outside?
We didn't think anyone was gonna show up.
What the hell did you expect? We gotta get out of here.
I still think a lot of people would not like the way this was handled, but
You're done.
You want what I want, right?
if they'd experienced playing the game first before it happened, I think some people would feel differently, but not all. Some people would still feel the exact same way.
Get up.
But like after seeing it, you know, their minds were made up. So whether they decided to play it or not after the fact,
Please don't.
seeing it before ruined the experience.
Joel, please get up.
And social media wasn't going to let it be, you know? Like, once this shit leaked out, just as assholes on the internet always do, they post screenshots and little clips. And right now, my favorite video game right now? I think I was saying yesterday, or maybe it was the stream before that, or whatever, but the game I'm enjoying most right now is Uncharted 4. I like it quite a bit more than I did the first couple of times through, and I really liked it my first couple of times through. I liked it a lot. I think I gave it a 9, but I appreciate it more now. I still don't think it's as good as 3, but I think it's better than 2, and even though it pains me to say it, I do think it's better than 1. You got to give it at least the gameplay factor over all 3 of those games. I mean, the gameplay and animations are vastly improved over the original 3. Not to say that those games have bad animations, because they still have great animations most of the time. But Uncharted 4 holds up well. This game holds up well. Naughty Dog's engine is one of the best. If you would have asked me like a year ago, and maybe even 2 years ago, I probably would have said like Killing Floor 2 or, you know, Fallout New Vegas. Like, Fallout New Vegas is probably in my top 10 games all time anyway, but like, I was playing a lot of Fallout New Vegas for a really long time. I don't know how many hours I have exactly, but between Steam and GOG and maybe something else, it's got to be, I feel like, 1,300 hours. See, I thought I was a madman, but I know a guy that played Skyrim for like 6,000 hours.
Hey.
Now, no doubt in my mind, that guy was probably not working or anything. He wasn't doing much with his life, but respect. You gotta reach a certain point with a game where you're just like, I've seen it all, I've done it all. Even though Skyrim has a shit ton of content. This game looks so ugly, they should remake it. You really think it looks ugly?
Marie wants to make sure you're eating.
She can't stop us.
Fallout 4, I feel drained after playing it. Favorite Nintendo game? That's kind of hard.
And the guys that we would need.
Link to the Past, Mario Brothers 3,
We'll be leaving Jackson vulnerable.
GoldenEye, Perfect Dark,
So they just get to
a
get
lot
away
of
with
those
this.
N64
Nobody wants to.
wrestling
Yeah, but
games,
that's
even
what's
though
happening.
Nintendo didn't really develop those or have much
What
to
if we
do
get
with
hit
them
by hunters
outside
again?
of,
Is this you
you know,
talking, or
them
is
being
this
on
her?
the console.
It's a valid point.
If it were you or me, Joel would be halfway to Seattle already.
No, we
Super Mario World, right?
Fucking would be.
Yeah, we don't even
Take
know
your
for
pick.
certain
Mario
that they're
Brothers
from
3,
Seattle.
Super Mario
Washington
World.
Liberation Front. That's what you said was on those.
Either
packets.
one of those, if
What
someone
they
said those are
stole
my
those
favorite games ever, or one's better than the other, I'm not going to fight you on it.
What are you doing?
Both are amazing games.
You know what?
Oh, I was joking because they're remaking Last of Us 1.
I'm leaving tomorrow. And if you want to come with me, great.
I gotcha. That's my bad. It's hard for me to pick up on jokes in the chat sometimes, especially when I read them as fast as
How
I
large
do.
that group is, how armed.
I don't care. You can't talk me out of this.
Ellie looks so constipated in this game. You watch your mouth. She looks damn good. But every now and then I'll give it to you. She looks a little frustrated. Like something won't come out.
Give me a day to talk to Maria. Okay? There's gotta be some folks you can spare.
And if she won't budge?
Well, I'll figure something out. One day. Please.
I don't know what I would do in this situation. Like, you would feel very, like a crazy amount of anger and regret for different reasons. All kinds of feelings would be running through your mind and body. You'd be very emotional. But the people that did this, let them live. And they could have easily taken them out. So, I mean, it's like, I'm not saying that you should say thank you, but maybe it's a sign that you just need to chill the fuck out, you know, and maybe not pursue this whole revenge mission. And I don't, even though Joel would have done the same for her, no doubt, and I know that's how Ellie would see it, I don't think that he would want her to do the same thing, even though he knows that she would. You know why this game looks ugly? It's trying too hard to look real, but it lacks the style. Everyone looks like bad CGI. I don't know. I think it looks good. I don't know. I think this game looks pretty awesome. Wouldn't it be great though to get like a Toy Story quality game, or you know, Wall-E or something type of
Let's set
visuals?
this house before we leave. We just have to pick something up.
Always pursue revenge.
I couldn't get to the horses. Looks like Tommy took one. Now Maria's got the stables locked down.
Fucking Tommy. We'll figure something else out on the way.
Hey, what's up, Dimension?
Car or horse or
Hello,
something.
man. Thanks for joining me again.
This makes getting to see
Like,
a lot harder.
I don't expect people to come in here
And it's gonna be harder.
all the time,
Still
you know,
change your mind.
especially when it's a game that they're not interested in or they didn't like or whatever.
I feel like you have to.
Or, you know, even something simple like, I don't really want to watch Icy stream this particular game. It doesn't necessarily have to be something they don't like, but I appreciate you guys, you know, because I know some of you are sure as fuck not interested in this game.
I hid it by the east gates.
Or you didn't like it or whatever. And the same for Red Dead or, you know, Demon Souls. I was actually going to play more Demon Souls. We might do that tomorrow. Like I might do some Demon Souls tomorrow instead of this, or Red Dead. The thing about Red Dead is it's coming up on a part where I want to record some footage as well. So I'm going to need to take a little bit of a break from Red Dead for the streams until I get an hour or two past that section. Because I'm saving all that for like a future video when my lazy ass stops bullshitting and makes some real content. Like, look, I'm fine with streams. I like streaming from time to time. But to me, streams are...
What do you need?
I don't want to say they're not real content, but it's lazy content, but it's fun.
Okay.
It's not the same as like doing a video. You know what I mean? And I don't mean like a half-ass, Microsoft said this about the new Xbox little 3.5 minute video. Like, we're not talking about a bullshit video like that. I've done videos like that in the past too. Those are worthless. To me, those are junk videos. Like, I'm talking about, 7-8 minutes or longer type of stuff. It doesn't even have to be a review, just like gaming content. Not like fanboy videos, like none of that bullshit. We're not talking about that shit either. I mean like real gaming content. I know that like gaming content doesn't really sell on YouTube much anymore. But I still enjoy it, and it makes me feel like I'm staying true to myself and my time that I have, for that matter. This is a big fucking coffee cup, bro, but a cool one. I like the owl. I like the color. Like, that is a big fucking coffee cup, dude. You know how it is. Ellie got her first piece of puss, so she feels like she could take on a militia. Dude, when I got my first piece, I don't know if I felt like that, but probably like a lot of other losers, I felt like in my loser head at the time, I love this girl. I want to be with her forever. Yeah, I'm sure like a lot of women felt that way about some of the dudes that they were with too, but yeah, you kind of feel like invincible, a little bit. But contrary to what many try to make others think and believe, getting a piece, first or not, does not make you a man. Like, that is not what defines a man. Not to me. The real Dina is fine in real life. Yeah, she's pretty good looking, I think. I count streams as side quests myself, not worthless, but not the main content. Yeah, it's like a nice little appetizer. It's lazy fun. Like, I don't have to try with this, We just put on a game, you guys come in, we shoot the shit about the game itself, other games, sometimes, some life stuff, but try not to get political or religious. That's not what we're doing. That's not what I want on my channel. I'm going to keep it gaming. Even if some people don't find it to be like the most entertaining. We're not looking to entertain. I'm looking to have conversations and real discussions about games. Like that's what I want. Or even a handful of life stuff without getting too political or religious. I think games like Red Dead 2 look better as they don't scan the faces, they create them. Yeah, I mean, there's a lot of, I think Red Dead 2 is more impressive than this game. A lot more impressive. A lot of games, well, I don't want to say a lot, but there's a good handful of games that are more impressive than what you get from, a Naughty Dog game. Or I think Spider-Man PS4 is right there in the same conversation with like this game and God of War for, the best looking PlayStation exclusive type of games. Like, Spider-Man's very impressive. There's a lot of detail in that world. They could have half-assed it. And sure, like any other open world game, they don't make it super obvious, but some corners were cut. But it's a very impressive game. I'm more impressed with Spider-Man than I am this. Like, the character models in this game overall probably have like more detail, I guess. But I mean, you can see the stitching on Spider-Man's suit. You know, that's not necessarily like the most new or innovative thing in the world, but Insomniac did a really good job with that. Someone once told me, I think it was Silver Sky, you don't always have to reinvent the wheel necessarily. You just got to drive the car a little bit better. And I think that's where we're at with gaming now, unfortunately. I mean, more so in the AAA space, like indie games and like AA games take more chances. But a lot of developers aren't really trying anything that's necessarily new or innovative entirely. But they're improving on what's already there or what's already been there.
I'm headed to Seattle.
And that's fine.
I wish I could let it go, but I can't.
As long as it's good.
I have to bring these people to justice. Ellie's gonna try to.
I don't really think
me,
you
but
get a lot of
stop
that with movies anymore either, you
Keep
know?
the guns. Lock up the
There's
horses.
a lot of
Maybe lock her up.
directors, a lot of actors, you know, they play it
Buy me
safe
some time so I can end this.
in what they do as well.
Love you always.
Because it sells. And that's fine.
He's gonna get himself killed.
He should have taken me with him. You should have given us a group.
All right, Joe, you take it easy, man. I
Wish
appreciate
I
you being here.
You gotta try to lock
Try and
him
have
up.
a good night at work.
Stay.
That's not gonna fucking
I
happen.
prefer that you stay, but I know you better. You going with her?
Yeah.
Smell Joel's
just gonna
jacket
sneak
like
outta
some
here.
weirdo. RDR2 plays at a pace that's so slow for me, even the graphics can't save
On
it.
foot?
First game was kind of similar. Red Dead 2 looks so good, though.
I told the stable to let you out with your horse. Grab some ammo too.
If Rockstar would have come out and been like, we're going to have to push Red Dead 2 back to PS5 and Xbox
Do me a
Series
favor.
X, it's a little too ambitious.
You're making
Here,
us
take a look at
sound
this
like
game.
please.
It's next gen. I would have believed them, you know?
Of course.
All right.
Especially knowing everything that I know now about the game and
You're losing
some
me.
of the systems and mechanics and stuff. Devs, especially Sony devs, learn give them basic gameplay, high graphics, then profit. Man, that doesn't always work though. I mean, take Detroit or like Beyond Two Souls or something. Like those games look incredible, but to me, they're almost not even games. I don't want to like shit on the art form entirely and say that they're not games. I probably have in the past, like, hey, those aren't really games. But those games look incredible, but the gameplay is fucking dog shit.
Were you scared?
Well, I didn't even think.
It makes me wonder when people play games like this
I just ran in
or
there,
Red
grabbed his
Dead
gun,
and say those games have dog shit gameplay,
How old
what they think about games like Detroit or Beyond Two
were you
Souls.
when you first killed someone?
We talking infected?
No.
Walk 20 steps and press up on this painting.
10?
Walk back 40 steps and
happened?
press
I was
X
coming at my mom.
on this doorway.
Stabbed
I mean, just
Shit.
what is that?
You got me beat.
I'm not feeling that, me personally.
Badass. So how lost are we?
And every now and then, like a point and click adventure game can be
Hey, have a little
decent fun.
What about those crazy cannibals you said you
But you're also talking to someone that
They came after you guys.
I didn't
once.
love it,
Maybe these
but I
WLFs
enjoyed
are
stuff like
connected
Gone
to them.
Home or
No.
like The Vanishing of
Didn't
Ethan
seem like
Carter.
the same
Those
thing.
games,
Maybe
you
those
know,
black
not
market
really the most
smokers
fun
back in
gameplay.
Do not.
You're kind of playing
Joe cost a
for,
lot of people.
you know, the mystery of the story, or like the environments and atmosphere. You know, it's like a totally different thing. Man, I was high. Tommy's wife isn't fine. That's why I was telling you, like, she's just kind of okay. Well, those games are too basic. Although if the story is really good, I like the point and clicks. Yeah, like that's what keeps you playing, right? And that's what I'm saying. Like Vanishing of Ethan Carter, stuff like Gone Home, and a few others that I've played like those. They're good for what they're intended to be, but there's no denying that the actual gameplay of those games is shit. The Life of Strange is great. I mean, I haven't played that, and I probably never will. I'm surprised I played Gone Home, and for those that have played it, you probably have an idea of maybe why. Probably not for the reasons that you think, but similar to. Probably depends on what you define as basic gameplay. I mean, games are miles more advanced than something like Case in the Wild Mask, which is basic platformer, run and jump, spin attack. You like Death Stranding? Here's the thing. Death Stranding. That's a game that I have in my head right now, along with one or two others that I'm deciding to play next. I'm just thinking in my head, like, I want to play one of these games, and with Death Stranding, it would be me giving it a second chance. I'll say this.
Ellie.
I don't remember all the reasons why I put Death Stranding down,
Start keeping an eye out.
but they weren't the exact reasons I put Horizon Zero Dawn down. Horizon Zero Dawn is a super boring game. Death Stranding, I feel like if I give it the time that it probably needs, I'll like it. Miles better, huh? See, one cool thing
Oh, another superhero card.
that Ubisoft did in The Division is, like, you get the bullet holes, and then, like, the glass around also kind of, like, cracks and breaks.
Is that so you can spy on me?
So,
Yeah, that's exactly it.
Ubisoft did a lot with The Division that was kind of surprising because the little extra added details that they put in the game really weren't necessary for what Ubisoft was trying to accomplish with those games. Like, I put a lot of time into The Division 1. That might be something, that could be like a video, like revisiting The Division, because I do have a review for that. And those Division games still look really good. I don't care what
Guess I
anyone
was wrong.
says.
Turns out you do know where you're going.
But for, like, you know, what are more or less, you know, games of as a service types, The Division didn't need to be as detailed and as beautiful as it is. Horizon has that Ubisoft formula that I can't stand. Map full of boring markers. You know, I'm not sure if it was that for me or just, you know, I wasn't interested in these characters. I couldn't really care less about 99.9% of the characters that you encounter in that game. So pretty much everyone who was an Aloy, I don't care. And even Aloy is, at least in the first game, on my few hours of playing, also not a very interesting character herself, so... Yeah, but the Ubisoft formula, I think, at least for now, I may go back to them eventually, is exactly why I put games like Assassin's Creed Valhalla and Assassin's Creed Origins down as quickly as I did. Like, those games, I mean... I just, something about them, and like stupid stuff would happen, and I would get like little to no explanation why. Like really, really dumb stuff in Origins for starters, where like,
Anything good in there?
um,
tourist map.
Well, that's
let me
something.
see something here. Okay, there we go. Maybe stabilizing. We'll see how that goes. Anyway, so Origins, I would just be like walking around or like exploring, and out of nowhere, enemies would be wanting to fight me within the city. You know, not even like outside of the city. And I have done nothing to them. There's like nothing happening. I'm not attacking them. I just be walking around, and there's no explanation as to why these enemy types are attacking me. It's just happening. Aloy reminds me of Ray. Is that what we're rolling with? Sorry, I really had to send this text message. All right, so what do we got? Aloy is the worst character ever made, and they could have easily written a logical reason why she acts non-human, but they missed it. The worst character ever, though? I mean, I don't know if I'd go that far. I mean, there's a lot of shitty characters in games. Aloy gets a lot of crap, but I can't imagine growing up alone and suddenly being accepted as some great one or something. Here's what I'll say about Guerrilla Games. You know, they tried to get away from being known as like the Killzone only developer, and even though I didn't enjoy Zero Dawn very much, it was a good first try.
Sure seems quiet.
I always blame Ubisoft for
Yeah.
tiring people out of
Think about
open
how
world
little
before
we had on our
Horizon
lookouts.
came out.
I know. That's what scares me.
Yeah, I don't hate Aloy, but again, does nothing for me. But it's always possible Forbidden West will be different. I was trying not to spoil it. Oh, I see what you're doing. I mean, I kind of already knew some of that stuff anyway. But yeah, just out of respect for others, maybe try not to say too much, I guess. I don't know who's watching and who's not. You never know. Hell. Holla.
Whoa. Is that the QZ?
Yep. Watch the high spots.
I don't hate Aloy either. She's just the worst character ever. Do you really feel that way? The worst character ever? Yeah, I played Horizon Forbidden West a little bit, and I seen the like the opening cutscene where like a lot of that stuff is like sort of explained. So it's like it's not, you know, it's not all completely new to me, but I see a proper reason for people not liking Horizon, to be honest. Get a bit sick of hearing Breath of the Wild being better. Yeah, I mean, I think you're always going to have that, right? About the... What is it? Breath of the Wild being better because they came out around the same time. Even though, like, they're very different games. Two very different directions with two very different goals. Like, Breath of the Wild just seems like another amazing Zelda game.
Yeah.
And, like, the Horizon
Not
stuff,
sure how we get up there though.
it's just like a new IP from Gorilla, you know? Ah, it's the next one, not this one. What am I doing? I can't think of a bad character worse than her. Maybe in the future. It's actually... Oh, okay. I already read that. Do you guys think that
Pretty picked over.
Nintendo's new console will be backwards compatible with current Switch games? Do you think they'll call it the Switch 2, or they'll call it something else? I loved Claptrap, but I think he's up there on the hate list. I don't hate Claptrap. He gets a little annoying, but I don't hate him. Ashley was fine, nothing offensive or annoying about her. I don't know about necessarily, like, offensive, but yeah, Ashley can get a little bit annoying.
Dina, help me up here.
Okay.
Think PSVR games will be compatible with PSVR 2? Yeah, absolutely. I would hope. Man, that would be kind of a shame, wouldn't it?
Just see if you can get the gate open from the other side.
Sounds good.
Yeah, Claptrap, he's a little extra sometimes, but being annoyed with a character isn't necessarily the same as hating a character. Unless they're annoying all the time. Or they're just poorly written, they never do anything cool. They never say anything cool. Ellie acts the way she does not because of isolation. She's a Mary Sue. Her behavior is an attempt to make her a blob of no emotions, not to behave like a female. Same thing they did in the Captain Marvel movie. I didn't watch Captain Marvel. I don't know if I ever will. It just doesn't look very good. It doesn't look bad. I'm sure it's not bad. I'm not that interested. I'd be surprised if they don't make it backwards compatible with Switch software. As for the name, could be anything with the Nintendo. Probably name it after the gimmick they try to push with it. Oh, yeah.
Where are these fuckers?
This game looks really good, right? But so the problem I have, well, it's not necessarily a problem. And I know it was the look that they were going for, you know, obvious reasons, but it's there's like a sense of dread in the color palette, like almost constantly. And just not necessarily like boring. Boringness isn't like the right word, but not very interesting either. Like the original Last of Us to me is like way more colorful, and I still think it works just as well for what they were trying to do. I am a little bit concerned that even though it's going to look amazing, that they're gonna kind of screw like the color palette up or something in a lot of areas in the remake. But I'll still play it. I'm sure I'll still enjoy it. Like, see, this doesn't look bad. Like this area, but it's still, you know, like a lot of other areas in this game. There's a lot of grays and, you know, really cool blues. And I don't mean cool in like a awesome sense. I mean just like a color sense. Grays, browns, cool blues that seem, I don't want to say muted, but like, I know, you know, Naughty Dog was going for something very specific with this game. And at one point, they even admitted that they don't really consider their game to be a fun game. Like, we don't consider our game fun. Those were their exact words. So they were going for something that felt, you know, very heartbreaking, very depressing.
Ellie? Everything okay? It's nothing!
It's nothing. I'm just firing my weapon. You have no reason to be alarmed. Nintendo are terrible at honoring previous gen purchases. They never let them carry over from previous gen to my knowledge. I'm kind of nervous. Fortunately, the Inky Switch games I own are all physical and I can get them on a sale. Slippy from Star Fox, my bad. I must have missed what you guys were talking about.
Okay. Wonder when this was written. The Saravena base. That's something. Now that's a generator.
Never got into Star Fox. No? Not feeling Star Fox, huh? Or wait a minute. Hold on. Let's drop this for a second. Make this a little bit easier on ourselves. For whatever reason, it took me a while to get this right in the first playthrough. It can be a little frustrating. See what I mean? I don't know where it's at up there, but it's obviously laying flat. Maybe a little more to my left here. That looks like an absolute disaster. Oh, we got it. All right. We need a new Star Fox game, real talk. I think a lot of people would love that. I think it'll eventually happen. Nintendo's probably waiting for the right time and the right developer to take the lead on making a game like that. He also had ballistics, so clearly better than Aloy. I know what you mean. Is this thing kidding me right now, or? Seriously? Now I can't even climb it. What in the hell? What kind of bullshit is that? Oh man, what a joke. Did have some torpedoes for knockers. Can we just
Oh shit.
probably didn't even need to throw it over, but we did it anyway. I wanted a new Star Fox on Wii so bad, and they stuffed Star Fox U onto the system. I got it figured out. I was overcomplicating things.
Hey, everything okay? What was that sound?
I got that gate open. Gotta figure out this one now.
Well, we believe in you.
Thanks.
Who's we? You and the horse? Excelsior! And now we gotta get it over here. We gotta get it, get it, get it! I think it'll reach. It's pretty long. I know. That's what she said.
Okay.
Would you rather work Ellie or Dina? Man, shit. That's put me on the pork, yeah. It's put me on the spot. Man, I want to say Dina, you know, because I just think that the experience would be pretty amazing, but it's like, I feel like I have to with Ellie because, you know, she's not really interested in men at all. Whereas Dina is, you know, but like, you know, maybe you could change Ellie's mind, you know. So ridiculous. I can't believe we're having this conversation. All right, I gotta look at the 0512.
Yes.
I'll go Dina. She would be a tiger in the sack. Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
Shit.
Hey, come on.
Dina
Get out
does.
of here. That crash was pretty loud.
Ellie seems like she poops herself a little during sex. Yeah, man, converting them honeys. You know, even if like you didn't convert her, you know,
Found
like
a note back there.
if she just enjoyed
Some
it,
codes on it. Says there's
like
a WLF
that's
safe house
still a
inside
win
the
in my book.
Saravina base.
Saravina. So we find it?
Plus, you know,
Hopefully we
just
found our
that
first WLF.
auburn hair, those freckles. It's
Go
like
from there.
I almost have
Let's
to.
do it.
I can't like not do it, you know? If Ellie was down, I would totally be down.
Oh shit, look. Saravina Hotel.
That's gotta be it. Okay. Let's find a way past this, fuck Fedra gate?
Very creative.
Fuck Fedra Gate.
Let's get closer and scope it out.
Anybody else want to get past
In
the fuck
Boston,
Fedra Gate?
Catch you tagging a wall like this, beat the shit out of you. Or worse.
Ellie is definitely. That's what I'm saying.
Do you know the code?
That note I found has a bunch of them. But we need to get power to the gate first.
Yeah, there's no point in even looking at the codes when you come to this part because you're just wasting time. There's no power. And there's not going to be any power for a little bit. She would kill us before sleeping with us, though. That's more likely the scenario that would take place.
Turning everyone against you. Okay, here we go.
Hey, what's up, man? How you doing?
God damn it.
CKG, it just sounds weird calling you CKG. Is there like another name that you like to go by? You should go check out this guy's channel too, by the way.
And the dome.
Alright. Courthouse garage and the dome. So what's the plan for finding these places?
Hardened killer with a body
Right
count that
around
pertains
and
strictly to
see what
murder,
we
pretty
see.
much.
You think Tommy came through here?
He did.
But like I said, if the offer was on the table, even though I think it would be better with Dina, if I had the option and I could only choose one, I would probably choose Ellie.
So
Kind of like a little one-time, one-night offer.
Pretty sure we're here.
ah, nice. I'll mark it up as we go.
See, but you're always going to have that better chance with Dina anyway. So you got to take Ellie because Dina, you know, she plays for both teams. So you're always going to have a chance with her. Whereas Ellie, you know, if she's saying this is a one-time offer,
What the hell happened out here?
I'm never sleeping with
Guessing
another
we're
man
gonna tear the
again.
shit out of this place.
You want a piece of this or what? I mean,
Well, it's
probably
sometimes
gonna
just
probably
right
gonna take her
parts
up
of
on
the
that.
city that are lost and infected. Or they're rebels.
It seems like overkill.
Well, it usually worked.
Menace is
I mean,
fine. Yeah,
infected and
Menace. All right.
rebels. Both.
Thanks for the shout out. Ellie is super
Believe
hot.
me,
Facts.
You're lucky you didn't grow up in a QZ.
I think up here is where you can find the
What would have happened if I'd stayed?
Neil Druckmann card.
Probably just become one more asshole soldier.
No way. I can't see you taking orders from anybody.
Yeah, good point.
I gotta say, I was expecting the Seattle QZ to be a lot more occupied.
Yeah, maybe they're all
Or
hiding
maybe
at the
not.
Saravina.
I probably already found it or
How many
something.
WLF you think there
Well, I
are
guess that, you know
anyway?
what? That doesn't even matter,
Well.
to be fair.
If we're lucky, that'll be it.
We'll be fine. But we should stay alert.
I don't
Stock
need
up while
these
we can.
bricks, bro.
Careful.
I see serious. If you had full butch friend wants you to be her first guy, would you do it? But she doesn't get to doll herself up. She's still gonna dress manly the whole time. Doesn't even get naked. Yeah, I mean,
Made it.
when you say that, do you mean like she dresses that way or she looks that way?
Hello.
Because some women look just fine without being all dolled up. Dr. Uckman. Neil Druckmann, it just is so full of himself. Look at his brain power, 100. Brawn, he's like totally self-aware. This guy's unreal. Possibly a hint at their new game. It looks like he's holding some, you know, sort of alien beings in his hands, maybe? I'm probably reading into that way too much, and that's fine. But it's hard to imagine that
Okay.
Naughty
That's
Dog will
everything
ever
here.
go back to making, you know, more family-friendly stuff, which is a shame because they have the talent to do amazing stuff. You're probably just gonna get more games like this and Uncharted, and you know what? Like I said before, that's
Ellie.
fine, but
I think Shimmer's
they're
getting sick.
capable of so much more, and it's a
How can you
shame.
tell?
She sounds a little hoarse.
Boy.
Come on, that was a good one.
Like I would love,
Hey,
even though
Valiant
you know
and
it's still another
Music Shop.
violent game, I would love for
we check
Naughty
for
Dog
supplies?
to try their hand at like a first-person shooter or something. You know, like their first-person shooter would probably be a lot more story-driven, very cutscene heavy and stuff like that. But you know,
Man,
I think it would be pretty
Imagine this
good,
place when everything was
most
intact.
likely.
You could just goof off. Play
A
some
cut
instruments.
card.
I bet we could scrounge enough stuff to start a band.
We know you want that Abby action. I said the other day that I would smash Abby.
Definitely figure it out.
I'm not too crazy about her arms being bigger than mine and, you know, all that good stuff. But, yeah, I would smash. Absolutely. But not before Ellie or Dina. It's just not going to happen. If all three are on the table, there's an order that would go in, and Abby would most certainly be last.
Oh, wow. That was an interesting beat.
Excuse me. I am a natural. Admit it.
I love you.
Whatever. We're starting a band.
How about you be my groupie?
You're what?
Well, okay.
I never noticed
Bands
this Easter
apparently have
egg.
these
This is
hardcore
great.
fans
You
that will
streaming
just
it?
follow
Oh,
you.
yeah.
Isn't that what I'm already doing?
I think I picked up
guess
all the
so.
cards in this game. I think there's a trophy for it. I have the platinum, so. This area here, like this music store, this whole everything that happens, is possibly my favorite moment in the game. Just because of the way she does this version of the song. Like, Take On Me is like one of the greatest songs ever, in my opinion. It's a great little catchy pop hit. But the way she does it, you know, it's like this whole sequence is amazing. First time I played this, I got pretty emotional because I thought it was like pretty powerful, you know? And if you haven't seen this part, shit's awesome.
What was that?
Nothing.
I actually do vaguely, but I'd forgotten. Hey, no big deal.
Sounds nice.
Dresses and looks manly as pot. Nah, I don't think so. I don't know.
Right by the bonfire?
I don't. It just kind of depends too. Like if I knew that she could suck me off, then maybe I would change my mind. But based on your description, probably not.
Talking away. I don't know what I'm to say. I'll say it anyway. Today's another day.
Didn't Joel teach her this? I don't think this particular song. It's assumed, I guess, that she learned this one on her own.
I
He's looking at her like, man, I want to eat her out right now. Oh, shit.
Say after me. It's no better to be safe than sorry. Take on me. Take me on.
Yeah, I think that's the one, yeah. I wouldn't mind Naughty Dog taking a crack at a fantasy game. Yeah, that would be cool too. When you say fantasy, you mean like Game of Thrones, Lord of the Rings type of shit?
You should have kissed me then. I wanted to.
Me too.
All right. We should keep moving.
I just want to spread and sniff. You know what I mean? I'm not asking for much. Spreading and sniffing, that's all we're doing. There's a fall season sale on it. Says so right here. Fall season sale for spreading and sniffing.
I don't think there's anything else in here.
So glad you like this game, Icy. We're definitely in the minority after all these people pumped full anti-Last of Us 2 narrative. I mean, at the same time, even though I liked it, I can understand. I do understand why some people don't like it. Especially those that loved the first game. Like, I do understand that. I just disagree with a lot of their issues. And that's fine. Obviously, we're not meant to agree for those that like it versus those that do. Or those that like it versus those that don't. Like, I'm not here to, like, debate you fucking people on games I do like versus the games that I don't like. You know, like, that's ridiculous. There would have been some time ago that I would have spent hours doing stuff like that, but
Might be worth checking
it's
out.
just a waste of fucking time, you know? All right, you don't like the game that I like, or I don't like the game that you like. We can move on, and we can still be cool or friends or whatever.
Look at the sign.
For those that may be watching for the first time, I do have a review for this game as well as the first game up on my channel. I'm going to go and check those out. Greatly appreciated. Many other reviews as well. Like, share, subscribe. Definitely share, though. Like, share the shit out of my content. That helps me the most. But just being here is obviously helpful.
In like a holy shit, we might get crushed kind of way.
Relax.
Kind of want Naughty Dog to make something way
Well,
out of
we've done
their
like this for years.
normality,
Collapsed.
put them on an English football management game or something. Hey, see, that'd be all right, yeah. Have them make a NFL football game. I'd be down for something like that. Made a comedy-based fantasy game back in the late 80s called Keith the Thief. That's interesting. My real name is Keith. I don't blindly hate it because Joel died. I think a lot of the followers imply that's why the story is bad. I liked your Last of Us 2 review a tremendous lot. I appreciate you. Oh, shit, son. Oh, shit, son. Silencer is activated. Alright. Now we can have some fun. And try not to die. In a day or two. Wait, who can see me right now, bro? Oh, okay. There's a runner over there. My bad. Don't see the runner now. Oh, baby, you're gonna love this. Oh, fuck. Oh, shit. Man, Dina fucked me. If she'd have just let me do it myself. That's some bullshit. Yeah, Rev loves the gore aspect. He likes the violence. He likes the graphics.
Okay.
You could legit blow off heads, and I think there's limb dismemberment too.
We found the bank.
Rest in
What's with
peace.
the body armor? They don't look like soldiers.
Yeah. Not sure.
Not sure. In a cock or two.
I think these body armor guys were
60-23-06.
trying to rob the bank.
Oh shit. It's like that movie.
Which one?
The one with the surfer bank robbers.
Oh,
Point Break.
yeah.
If you haven't seen Point
Love that
Break with
movie.
Keanu Reeves, Patrick Swayze, one of the most awesome heist movies, just action movies in general. That movie's awesome. Still holds up. 60-23-06, right? Bum, 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 bum. Naughty Dog would make a great Punisher game. Did you guys see that like a week or two ago? There's a rumor that outside of GTA, Rockstar is actually working on a Punisher game. I don't think that it would be open world, but I know that it will be awesome because it's Rockstar. That much I do know.
Look at all this money. The bag's full.
Punisher game would be just like a Max Payne game, though.
Old world.
I mean, I think, you know, in terms of like the violence and everything, it would be very similar, but still, I'm going to play that shit. I think this is where you find the, it's the Uncharted ring, right? It's like a little Easter egg. Yeah.
Oh.
1596. Naughty Dog next game will be about a pregnant woman fighting in a post-apocalyptic world where men enslave women. It will be called Afterbirth. All right, I don't know if they'll ever go that route. That sounds ridiculous. I want to fuck some shit up. Just in case anyone tries to sneak up behind me. What? Holy shit, that was close.
I think we're done with this place.
Agreed.
Fucking clicker walked through that shit. Still waiting on Uncharted. I don't know if Uncharted's gonna happen. Or The Last of Carts.
Hey, if you lived
That's
in the old
definitely
world,
not gonna
what
happen.
would you buy with all that money?
I don't know. Maybe a big farmhouse?
Did you guys play Mod Nation
You can get a
Racers?
farmhouse now.
Okay.
That
What'd
game,
you get?
A space
it
shuttle.
wasn't awful, but
Right.
there were so many things that ruined it.
Hey, it's cooler than a farmhouse.
Farmhouse is way more practical.
Also take half a century for the game to come out because it's Rockstar.
Alright, let's find that gas.
Yeah, it's too bad about Rockstar. Like, their output of high quality games was like, you know, it was like non-stop almost. And now we get Red Dead 2 and GTA 5 like a billion times. And that's all we've got in 12 years. Alright, we did get Max Payne 3. But outside of those, you can't really say much else, you know? Mel walked across a catwalk. They had a pregnant woman in this game doing backflips. Mel was kicking butt, 8 months pregnant. Mel is a pretty shit character, but she has one of my favorite moments in the game where, like, she kind of knows, right, that her and Owen have been, like, fooling around, or at least maybe has somewhat of an idea, and she tells Abby straight up, "You're a piece of shit, and you always have been." Like, and I thought that was awesome. Not because I hate Abby, because I'm not one of the ones that do, but that just felt, you know, like a really natural, organic thing that happened within this story, you know? Like, deep down, they don't like each other. For a stupid but obvious reason. And let's be honest, say whatever you want about Abby, but Owen definitely downgraded. Mel was a victim of circumstance. Rockstar could take all the fake cars from GTA and make Midnight Club. Are they gonna do that though? That's the real question. Bombs over Baghdad. Bombs over Baghdad. Bethesda the same way when it comes to their Elder Scrolls and Fallout. Yeah, like, I didn't think that Bethesda would ever do anything that wasn't Fallout or Elder Scrolls ever again, but after seeing Starfield, I kind of wish they just would have made another, focused on a new Elder Scrolls game first, and or maybe another Fallout game that wasn't like 76 and was more like 3 in New Vegas, you know? Why is the clicker marked? Yeah, it blew her right hand off. And now we don't have a head either.
Okay,
Mel is voiced by the same woman that does Aloy. Really?
Let's find that gas.
Yeah. I wonder what it was like to serve on a jury. But it
Yeah,
was
Mel
fun.
sucks.
Sit
You
down,
talk about crap
look at
characters.
evidence, try to tell if somebody's
I mean, I know that there's only so much you could do with a
Just
character
give me
like
5
that,
minutes
and
and my
she's
knife.
far from
Tell
the
you if you're
focus in
lying
this
or not.
game, but
Oh wow, okay.
Mel sucks. Have you seen Aloy's physical model? You mean like the actual person that she's modeled from? If that's what you mean, no, I have not. But you know who still looks good is the woman that Capcom modeled Jill after in the Resident Evil remake. Like that woman is beautiful, and she looks damn close to the in-game model.
Hey,
She actually
little
did a
help?
Twitch stream like 4 or 5 years ago where she played the game or something, I think. Or the person next to her was playing and she answered questions or something. And it kind of came out of nowhere, you know. She did it all on her
Tell
own.
me you never got in trouble back in Boston?
Oh, I got in trouble, but never landed in a courthouse.
Also Tiny Tina. Not a big deal. It's not that serious. We don't need to spell names.
Some serious shit went down here.
Making a lot of noise. She did it a couple years ago, yeah. She streamed a few times, but I don't know if she still uses her YouTube. Yeah, very, very good looking woman.
This might come in handy.
It might. Let's power it up. We're not going to worry about the safe. We got infinite crafting supplies. Ashley Burt's also voiced Chloe Price from Life is Strange. Yeah, that'd be something more Grimpachi would know. I didn't play Life is Strange. Sonic has some good burgers.
Fedra soldiers.
There was a Sonic
Check out
that
that
opened
wall.
up pretty close to me
Executed.
actually just a couple weeks back. And I was really excited for like a strawberry lemonade slushie, and then I
Bullets weren't
got
scarce yet.
like a
Maybe they deserved it.
grilled chicken something or other sandwich, just lettuce and tomato on it. Your boy Icy is a big fan of chicken. Like, I'm not a big burger guy.
Well, the gas
You
is
know,
on.
I love steak,
that's what the
but
looks
like I
like.
wouldn't want to eat it every
Let's
day.
get down there.
Like I love chicken. Like chicken, turkey, ham. Like those are like sort of my go-tos. What are you guys doing?
Careful.
Dude, I legit thought I killed her there for a second. Not a big burger guy. I know that sounds crazy. It's not very American for me to say I'm not a big burger. It's not that I don't like burgers. I do like a good burger from time to time, but people will go to a restaurant, whether it's fast food or some decent place where you can sit down and eat, and order a burger. And I'm just like, man, you can make a burger at home. Order something you don't know how to make or you don't make well, you know?
Shit!
I'm not the greatest cook, but even I can make a burger. Just fuck her off me, dude. I'm about to die. This fucking clicker's over here. I can get it from a distance. That was some damn fine shooting at 30 FPS.
Jesus. I think that's all of them.
Get fucked.
Yes.
Try their strawberry and limeade, popcorn chicken, and good boneless wings too. Definitely some other options to consider instead of just a burger, but one with bacon does sound good right now. Dina's model did a playthrough of both Last of Us games. Oh, that's right, she did, yeah.
Here's our gas.
I watched some of that, but
Come on.
I was even sub to her for a while.
Empty.
Against my better judgment, like
That giant tank?
I knew where,
Tapped out.
you know,
Well,
some of her views and stuff were at. And while I don't mind it, she started to get a little preachy with some of that stuff. And I don't really care for it. We got the gas, right?
Dina.
No, we didn't. We didn't get the gas. It was out. We got to go into the is it a church? Is it a synagogue or whatever it's called? This game runs at 60 on PS5 now. No, I know it does. And most of the time, it looks and runs really well.
Thanks.
But as I was saying a couple days ago, like some of the animations and stuff, especially
courthouse off the
after,
list.
you know, or
go find
during
the dome.
combat, they're a little
Might be
wonky
worth grabbing some supplies before we press on.
for whatever reason. I don't think they put a lot of effort into
Weird
making
being in
it,
QZ
you
and not
know,
hearing trucks. Or gunfire. and
making the
explosions.
animations and physics
My
and
sister
things
always avoided QZs.
competent at
Probably
60
why.
FPS.
She just got more and more paranoid.
It's not bad. It's not
sometimes
like the
wake up
worst thing
screaming in the
ever.
middle
I
of the
just
That's rough.
everything seems to
We
click
always
better
had
at
bad
30
thoughts
in this
to
game.
bail if something happened. Never stayed in one place for more than
There's a
2
lot of
months.
games, unfortunately, when
Sucked.
they're
Must have a place we call
coded
home,
or
right?
programmed a certain
Yeah.
way.
When I first got to Jackson,
When you
I
run them
was
at
so
60 or
overwhelmed.
higher,
That
you know,
building's got something on top
if
of
they
it called
weren't
Dome.
made with that intention originally, sometimes it's just half-assed effort
Yeah,
and
you're right.
things don't look as
It's on
good
the
as
map
they
now.
should. Like, I had a buddy when I first started streaming Resident Evil 4 back in the day. I was playing the PC version, not the original PC version of Resident Evil 4, but the one that came after. And he was like, "Man, I can't watch your stream." I said, "Why?" And he was like, "Just like the animations and stuff, Leon reloading that gun all fast like that at 60." And this is a PC gamer that we're talking about, you know? He was like, "That shit just doesn't look right." And I feel that way about certain games
There we
too.
go.
Fedra secured the shit out
Like
of
something
this
just
place.
seems a little bit off
Boston always had food shortages.
when
Hungry
games
people
were
get
meant for
desperate.
30 and then they go 60. But most of the time, 60 FPS in this game is and looks amazing. I think the very first time I streamed, I played at 60. I don't remember exactly, but
Can you get through?
totally recommend it at 60 though. I'm not against
I got
it.
you.
Stay low.
Hey, we got Lev. Lev is another character in this game that I do not give a shit about. I couldn't care less. If only The Last of Us 2 followed a different set of characters instead of Ellie and Joel and Abby. Not feeling that? You don't like these characters? That was clearly a headshot. Clearly a headshot. John, what's up?
I think we dropped all of them.
Welcome to the stream.
Looks that way.
You made it before I shut it down, which is nice. Go out and try it yourself, you fat pig. Where's the IO007 game? I'm sure it's well in development at this point, but who the hell knows when that's coming. I just hope they do it right. I hope they do Bond justice, you know? I don't want Hitman with a Bond skin. Did I say that right? Yeah, I don't want a Hitman game that just has a Bond skin over top of it. I want them to up the violence, up the level of detail, animations, the way that James would hold his gun, because let's be honest, the way that 47 holds some of his guns in those games, it's kind of lame. Like, they have the presentation down. Like, the graphics in those Hitman games is really good. Like, they're good on that, even though now they can improve it with, you know, PS5 and Series X out there. Now, if I throw this, how are they going to know where I'm at? I mean, that's the question. I mean, I'm still in the grass, you know what I mean? You want to know something crazy? Resident Evil 4 is the only Resident Evil game I never finished. Oh, man, it's one of the better ones. How stupid you look now.
If there were still people.
It looked like he was kind of smiling at me a little bit.
Maybe they didn't make it here.
Maybe. Let's find that gas.
Yeah, I really want that IO007 game to be good, because we should get more 007 games, but the fact is we don't. That's something, you know, we were talking about games that like developers like Rockstar and Naughty Dog could make. One of them, I think, could make a really awesome James Bond 007 spy type of game. It doesn't even necessarily have to be James Bond. And in fact, Rockstar was supposed to be making a game called Agent, which I would assume would be similar to that. Who the hell knows what happened with that? What was that?
This is a synagogue.
2008? 2009?
How can you tell?
I think it's safe to say, even though the website for Agent is still up, that Agent is probably never
And
coming.
two, I didn't burst into flames just now, so.
Burst into flames?
When are you going to
It's just a
return to
dumb joke.
PC?
Oh, unlike
No.
the other ones.
I haven't really entirely left, but I'll probably be more into it if I can get my hands on like a 4080 or something.
My sister used to drag me to a synagogue all the time.
You never struck me as much of a...
Then I'll be going back and emulating stuff like Wind Waker and completing and reviewing games like that, I hope, at some
And the
point.
Inquisition and the Holocaust. My family always made it out
Do you know
alive.
how fucking good Wind Waker still looks? Like the art style in that game? Like the water effects and shit? Animations? I mean, Wind Waker is an amazing game. If Rev was here right now, he'd probably want to turn this stream off for me saying some crazy shit like that, but I am sticking to it. Wind Waker is an amazing game. And I'm super pissed that I lost my save because I'm I'm pretty sure I was like 3/4 of the way through. 75, 80%, somewhere in there. I was getting really close to beating that on PC, and it looked incredible. So that'll be like one of the first orders of business, playing that game native 4K on the emulator. So good. One of the greatest games to ever be created, period. Not just by Nintendo. I've platinum most of them, even Zero and Code Veronica. How you feel about a Code Veronica remake? Is that something that you'd like to see? Have you played, well, I would assume, because you said most of them, have you played like Resident Evil 2 Remake? I would assume you also played the first remake. I definitely don't want another Hitman game when they can do something else. I don't want Bond to play anything like Hitman. I want them to be vastly different games. Period. I don't want them playing it safe and sticking to what they know. They really need to step it up, man. They're a good developer that is, to me, they're a game or two away. Sometimes it just takes one from being like top tier shit. But, you know, IO Interactive, they got to be willing to go the extra mile. I wonder who's funding that game. They should have remade Code Veronica before 4. I mean, I think that makes more sense, right?
Oh, hell yeah.
A lot of people feel the same way.
Language. This is a house of worship.
We got some gas.
Code Veronica and Resident Evil 0, which needs a remake that makes the game good. I think eventually you'll get remakes for both of those. Dino Crisis, I don't know if that's ever happening. I know people are like begging for that. Remakes to 5 and 6, that'll never happen. Those games are too recent. And if they did remake them, they would probably be almost completely different games.
Really? When?
I said when we leave Jackson. I said when at Joel's grave.
They'd probably like retcon so much crap if they remade 5 and 6.
Does it help?
I think it calms me.
Like I wouldn't mind them to remake 5 and just kind of make it like a Sheva, like solo experience.
A way to show respect. It's what I know.
Obviously, you'd have to change some other things too, but that is one of the better co-op games that you can play. Not so great by itself. I mean, maybe some people had fun playing it alone, but playing Resident Evil 5 with a friend is a lot of fun. Which was what it was designed for, so I'd love a first-person Jurassic Park game, maybe give up some survival horror elements. Yeah, Platinum Resident Evil 2 and 3, 1 remake. Man, I don't know if I'm ever going to play the 3 remake, and not because I think that it's bad, but it doesn't look nearly as good as 2 in terms of like the survival horror stuff. It looks like way more action-y. And I'm not saying that that's bad, but
like a Jewish Bible.
Everything about it looks awesome, though. Like the visuals.
The one we used.
Obviously, you know, Capcom like has really stepped up their engine and visuals game.
Well, at least they didn't just chuck everything.
But I kind of want to play the remake for 3, but it's just I don't think I'll enjoy it the same way I do like 2. Speaking of survival horror games, if you guys haven't played stuff like The Evil Within 2, Alien Isolation, totally recommend those, especially if you like the Resident Evil games. If you've never played The Evil Within, Dead Space 1 and 2, those are damn good.
What do you think of this?
I tried to grab it, and the game wouldn't let me, even though it kind of gave me the option for like
That might
half a
work.
second. They need to remake the Revelations games. You know, the thing with
Ellie, careful.
Revelations,
It's okay.
I can't really speak
Hold
to... Oh, shit. I can't really speak to the second Revelations game, but the first game just had enemy types. Even though I beat it, the enemy types in Revelations, they just suck. You know, they're not fun to kill. I'm not having fun killing these enemy types. And I think it lacks atmosphere and stuff too, you know, it's not very good for like some of the better
Nothing to it.
survival horror
Yeah, I mean,
aspects. But I would rather play Revelations 1 than play Resident Evil 6. If that means anything. I like the RE3 remake. Ton for a playthrough. The gameplay is definitely more action-oriented with dodge, but the game is still more fun than most games. Oh, I'm sure. I'm sure.
I hope
For those that don't know, Evil Within is definitely one of my go-to stream games. I love the game. I know it really well. So at some point, expect a stream for Evil Within and possibly 2 at some point down the road as well. I think like once or twice a year I gotta fire up the Evil Within. Like sometimes I'll beat it all the way through. Other times
Gate.
I'll just play like, you know, the
Be a while
first
before we run into Abby and her
6, 7
friends.
chapters or
Might be
something
worth
and have
grabbing
my
some
fill and be
supplies
like,
before
man,
we
what a
head
great
south.
game.
Good point.
But I've probably beat the Evil Within, I don't know, maybe 9 times or something. Have you ever played Forbidden Siren? No, but I have heard of that.
Onward, Shimmer.
How you doing back there? Getting homesick?
A little bit.
I love the
You?
Evil Within 2.
Same. Just having
Um,
a roof over my head.
some things
You know,
about the gameplay
I've
are a little
always
bit better
dreamed
than
of
1, but
Fixing up a farm.
I don't feel like the
Southside
atmosphere and the survival
you
horror
stand
stuff
alone.
was nearly
I know.
as
I like the idea of real space.
good
Sounds
or
lonely.
Only if you're doing it
intimidating
alone.
or,
Okay.
you know, suspenseful
gonna,
as the first game.
Raise sheep and milk cows?
Any way you slice it, what I'm saying is
No.
it just wasn't quite as
Actually
good
sounds-
in that respect.
Kinda nice.
But it's still a really good game. The Evil Within 1 and 2
Really?
never got the praise that games like this do, or, you know, a Minecraft or a Grand Theft Auto or a Skyrim or hell, even something like No Man's Sky that's completely redeemed itself and is actually a quality game now. But they deserve to be in the conversation with those games, in my opinion. I think that they're that good. I think the Revelations games are fine. Just make a third game.
Well, that was an adventure.
I never beat the second game,
Haven't found any of them yet.
but immediately noticed
The
like
big
a
city.
huge jump
We
in
barely started
visuals.
looking.
Yeah, I know.
Is it
Starting to
worth
see one
beating?
right now.
Does Revelations 2 have like high replay value in your opinion? Because the first game, at least to me, does not. Sony needs to bring that series back. It would scare the hell out of people with today's tech. You're probably right.
Here we go. All right.
I got it. You put in the code.
Hey, these old generators are Pretty finicky, so it might take you a few tries of... Oh.
Maybe
Sorry,
you
go
just need
on.
to shut up.
Nothing.
5345. Eight, 6, 7, 5, 3, 0, 9.
It worked.
We opened the fuck Fedra
Well,
gate.
no welcoming committee.
Or they're just waiting for us.
Let's look for a way in. Keep an eye on those windows.
And if there were snipers in those windows, you guys would be dead already. More so than the first game, I'd say, but that's still very samey experience throughout. I see.
WLF. I get it.
Oh, yeah. That makes sense.
Yeah, Revelations 2 is one of the hundreds of games in the backlog. Remember, I think we actually have to go around or
You have a code for
something.
this gate?
Not sure.
Yeah, I got a code. It's called Open the Fuck Up. Pretty please with sugar on top. Five, 6, 4, 7. I will not ask again. Kind of looks like we can get up there. Think so, though. Totally looks like we can get up there, though. Eh, maybe not. Come on, Dina, hurry the fuck up. Maybe we can just hop over this.
No idea what to do here.
I like both games. Capcom put Revelations 1 for PS3 and then ported it to PS4 for 20 bucks. We're gonna fuck them up in here. Baby! It's so dark.
Okay. That's that.
Damn, chunks of his head are just lying there. I enjoyed the ending of that game, and the Mercenaries mode, I forget the name, was pretty addicting to play online, with randoms very time consuming though to get the plat, since the multiplayer was real meat of that platinum. I'm not gonna say that like I regret getting the platinum, but like the multiplayer for BioShock 2 and getting the platinum for that back in the day was pretty annoying because I thought the multiplayer was pretty shit in that game. It was if you're being nice about it, it was above average at best. And you had to play the multiplayer at the time to get the platinum. Now with the remasters, obviously I don't think you have to do that anymore, but yeah, the multiplayer in that game sucked. Just like getting your head blown off probably sucks for like a split second. BioShock 2 multiplayer, just one of the worst experiences. Like, forcing people to play that shit in what is mostly a game that was made for the single-player experience, terrible move. I think Rockstar's even done that with, like, some of their games, you know, over the years. Like, Red Dead 2, I think you have to play some of the online stuff to get the platinum. I think it's the same for Red Dead 1. Even though it doesn't take nearly as long. Max Payne 3, probably the same thing. Like, don't force me to play your stupid fucking multiplayer. Especially when you know it's just tacked on garbage. Probably not made by your A team. There's Silent Rob raging on Revelations 1 back when it was exclusive to the 3DS. That's a good rager there. Silent Rob. You bite yourself, you fat fucking pig.
They've been shot.
Maybe someone else killed these guys. The infected just wandered in.
Funny
Let's keep
guy.
moving.
Silent Rob was one of the first
Hey,
people I ever watched on
I'm a
YouTube.
gas.
Well, if we need any more, we know where to get it.
When I started watching Silent Rob, I started to see content from creators that I wish I never would have ever got involved with or was being entertained by at the time. Regretful in some respects.
Guess they didn't make it out with their gas.
Not
after
Silent
all.
Rob, just
Might as well
others
grab
that were
what we
being
can while we're
recommended
here.
because of watching Silent Rob videos. BioShock 2 multiplayer would give you some gray hairs. It's just not very good. I'm glad I'll never have to do it again. You know, that's about all I can say. I don't remember if we're supposed to do anything else in there. I think we are, actually. Let's go back. I'm not entirely sure. Oh yeah, we gotta go upstairs, right? Yeah. Silent Rob is okay nowadays. His wife, Annie, is pretty annoying. I don't know, she seems okay.
I don't recognize this one either.
Yo, yo, get this work. What's up? Welcome to the stream. Silent Rob will always have my respect because he's a real gamer. Obviously, somebody that's knowledgeable and has played games for a really long time. Definitely not a fraud, you know? Can you move? Like, that guy, he'll play stuff like that's new, but he'll also, like, randomly fire up a, you know, Castlevania 3 stream or something, you know? Older Final Fantasy titles. That guy's a real gamer. Maybe he doesn't play as much these days, and I would assume that's the case for most of us that started to watch him at that time up to this point. We're all a lot older now. Some of you guys have probably went on to have kids and just families in general.
Shit. What the fuck happened here?
Tommy did this.
This? No way.
It was definitely him. He's one of the ones that killed Joel.
He's clowning Capcom because they misspelled Revelations on the box.
There's another one over here.
Did they for real though? Rob's been around since like 2008 though, and his old videos, some of which hold up.
He was using them against each other.
How?
Joel told me about this. You ask this guy a question, but you don't make him say it. You make him write
How
it
long?
down.
Like, you guys know some of these older heads.
When you ask this guy,
How long have you guys been watching me?
the facts
Holy
match,
shit.
you're telling the truth.
Like, some of you guys, like, some of your names and stuff, you guys may have changed them over the years, so I don't recognize all of you. Like, I know a lot of old head names, whether you made content or not, but, like, some of you guys I don't recognize from back in the day.
Another gate code?
Looks like it.
That's crazy.
This just happened now. He can't be far off.
Yeah.
Okay, they fixed it when they ported it to other consoles.
Come on.
I don't know how
We'll
you
get out
make
this
that
way.
mistake though, and
Maybe catch up with Tommy.
give it the go ahead and release that game, you know, for people to buy or whatever. That's why we couldn't get up. You want to get it on?
I know you said Tommy had a rough past, but
Classic Krusty using this account for a free trial YouTube Premium. I don't always
Okay.
comment a lot. See, I think I recognize that
It
name.
wasn't pretty. I don't want you to think bad of Tommy.
Ellie, if I had my sister's killers tied to a chair, I'd do worse.
I hear you.
Been watching your stuff since the Trey Brotherhood days. Good Lord. Man, I appreciate you guys. I did not know that some of you had been following me for that long. That's amazing. Even more so, I appreciate you guys not giving up on me, because
Got it.
as some of you know, like, I switched channels. I switched channel names like once or twice. That ended up being a complete disaster. So I appreciate you guys. And I know I don't upload as much as I used to. I know the content is vastly different than what it used to be. But, like, isn't that what you're
Maybe
supposed to
someone
do?
hideouts
You
can
know,
still
aren't you
hide the
supposed to,
area.
like, evolve a little
I like that
bit
idea.
along the way?
Okay, let's look for an open building.
Preferably with no infected. Or
For the
everywhere
reviews.
left.
So you've still been watching
Wolves.
for a really long
Whatever.
time,
I
regardless.
still have some of those almond things left if you're hungry.
That's crazy.
Not really.
You should eat something.
Whoa! Hey, what's up, Nick? Appreciate you too, man. Animal, horse violence. When I first played this game, I'm like, what's happening? Why can't I move? But you have to, like, move her yourself. I thought the game bugged out or something. Yeah, D-pad first, failed to listen, all that trash. See, I didn't even think failed to listen was all that bad, but D-pad first, even though at the time it was like creative in my head,
You again.
it's not a very good screen name.
How'd you find us?
I asked about a dude with a bitch scar across his face.
It's funny. How many came with you?
Do you want to fuck?
Just you two?
I remember you changing your name. Okay.
Can't stop this.
Jordan.
Some of your peers convinced you to
Supposed to be
switch
out
it
looking
back.
for the other one. The fuck is this?
You know, the smuggler that we killed out in
Admittedly,
the
it was
back?
kind of eating at me that like almost every time I made a video, there was like somebody complaining like,
What?
Icy, I hate
They're
this
coming after
name.
us.
Change it back. This name's
That's why Nick
dog
was fucked
shit.
up like that. We gotta get her
Icy,
eyes
why
and
did you
we
pick
gotta
this
tell them
name? It's so
exactly what's going
terrible.
on.
Yeah, well.
This is
that's
one of the
really
worst names I've ever
Got a
heard.
new mandate. Kill all trespassers.
Whoa, hold up. That doesn't make any sense.
Direct order, man.
No, let's talk to her. Let's figure out what she knows.
I don't give a fuck what she knows. You saw what she did to the others?
You have no idea how many people she might be with. This might be an ambush,
I don't care
Mike.
how many people she's with. We will find them. We will kill them.
Can you just think for yourself for a quick
Jordan, get
second
the
right
fuck
now?
out of
Can
my
you?
way.
Whoa! You know, come on. There's like plot armor, obviously. Why didn't he just finish her right then and there? Her intent was to kill. She killed the other guy. He can finish Dina right now. He could have finished her 12 seconds ago.
Dina!
I don't want Dina to die, but I mean, it just is what it is. Notice how Ellie wastes no time. Like, I'm killing your fucking ass. Plain and simple.
Are you okay?
Mostly. Ellie. Ellie.
That's crazy, some of you guys watching me
we
that
should
long.
go. Somebody would have heard the gunshots. Look. She's one of them. Come on. Look at that leader. Was
Do you
there a
guys
TV
remember
station
the
on that
first
map?
video you've
Fucking
seen?
no. Come on. Fuck,
Doesn't
Ellie.
matter when you started watching. Do you remember like the first video you watched? I don't care if it was a review or just me talking like gaming stuff. I'm always interested in stuff like that and never really get the chance to ask because I forget to ask.
You flank.
Damn, her whole fucking face came off, dude.
Let's go.
Damn, dude.
How many guys did you see?
You might as well not even have a head at that point. Closed casket for sure. Same for him now.
It was this way. Move up. Clear the rooms.
Oh shit. All right, that was pretty sloppy.
Keep her down!
What the fuck are you doing, Nina? Oh shit, how many are there, bro? Fuck. We might die here, actually. This whole thing was sloppy.
You're dead, do you hear me?
Nope. You are.
You good? Yeah. You recognize any of these guys?
That dude's
No.
got a look on his face like, I can't believe I'm dead. I'll believe it, motherfucker. Not sure if it was my first review that I took an edible and my thoughts are even hazier. I remember an old video you made on Black Baron. Black Baron? Was it like a negative type of video? Because like Baron and I have always been kind of cool. Like when Baron and General G had beef, like I stay out of that whole thing because I was like friends with both of them. You know? Like I don't remember. Maybe I did make a video on Baron that wasn't the most favorable, but I've never like, you know, I definitely never attacked him and tried to like destroy him or anything. That's for sure. Got a Jolin one. That's pretty good. That's a good one. I haven't heard that one before, and I mean that. That's pretty good. Jolin one. Somebody's gonna steal that now.
Fuck those shots come from?
I don't know. Search the courtyard. You, hold the cafeteria. I'll cover here.
Right. Holy shit! Trespassers loose! Down! On it!
Not that being silent at this point is making a big difference.
Don't let her escape! She's trapped! Where'd they go?
Scan the area.
Take cover!
I like how Dina just falls over. This dude's blown to pieces.
In there!
Oh shit, son.
Dropped him!
I got it!
Damn, I just shot him in the chest. Sometimes that's all it takes, huh?
Fuck, there's a lot of them.
Dude, look at the entry wound, exit, almost equal size holes. I don't care if it's like super realistic. It's still awesome. I fucked this bitch up. She's done. I'm sure she didn't feel it though, so at least there's that. His GTA 4 review was great too. Oh, feud with 7th? Okay. I don't know if there was anybody during that period on that side of YouTube that maybe 7th didn't go after at one point or the other. Like 7th and I never had a problem. I don't think he and I like ever had like a little back and forth video thing, but it's definitely something that could have easily happened. That whole period was completely ridiculous. It was fun because people were like less sensitive and you know you could do and say so much more on YouTube. I would love to say so much more in my streams, but you know, just the sensitivity factor, the world that we live in now, I can't, you know, get my whole channel shut down saying some of that dumb shit.
steal their shit.
I'm stealing all their shit, no problem.
What do we got? Any...
Over there. Ellie, get down.
Why are these guys getting marked? I don't understand how that's happening.
Adrian's patrol.
Hey, you two! Trespasser's gone.
What?
You seen anything?
No,
Somebody's about to get
Cover this
fucked,
group.
dude.
I'll check over here. Ah, shit! Evie!
Gotcha! Get up here! It's over!
No.
Back the fuck up!
I think that's all of them.
Chew on that. I like in those days the WWE Attitude Era. Yeah, I mean that's pretty much what we were doing, you know, is cutting promos on each other for sure. It was good times. It got a little ridiculous though. Like some people were making it way too personal. Some people were getting like way too violent and pulling guns out on camera or even threatening to. I definitely, while I had a lot of fun, I definitely look back at that time as I'm glad it's over for some reasons, but at the same time you kind of miss it, you know. There's some crazy feuds on YouTube back then. Oh yeah, absolutely. Seventh made some pretty good vids back in the day. I think he lost a lot of them though when one of his channels was deleted. Yeah, I think YouTube or something like accused him of oh, not botting, it was like something else, like inaccurate ad clicks or something, you know? Like they were, maybe that wasn't Seven, maybe that was someone else they were trying to say was like some sort of like ad favoritism on their channel. They were getting way too many clicks and way too close of a period on some of their ads or something like that. But there was a time where, like, you know, when that stuff first started happening and we first got into the partner program, it was like me, Truth Setting You Free, Infinite Retro, and like 4 or 5 others, like all sort of agreed, like, hey, every now and then, you know, when I'm watching your videos, I'll click on one of your ads or something. But like, you know, we knew even then we were smart enough to like not go through and like click, you know, 20 times, refresh the video, click another 5 times, refresh. Like, you don't want to be stupid like that. You know, obviously I think their system's a little bit better with stuff like that now, but back then,
What about this?
I don't know if it was Seventh, like I said, it might have been someone else. It probably looked like,
Let's try it.
you know, fraudulent behavior, fraudulent ad clicks or something. But like I said, maybe that wasn't Seventh. That might have been someone else. Seventh, that's another guy. A lot of people were like against him for different reasons at the time, but had been gaming longer than most of us on YouTube at that time. Was very knowledgeable, owned all the platforms. You know, just all around nice guy. You talk to Seventh by yourself, nice guy.
I got it. Come on.
And not just knowledgeable about games, but, you know, a lot of other things too. I never had any issues with him. Didn't always agree with the things that he said, but that's anyone, you know? Like, I don't agree with people that have been my best friends all the time. You don't want that. You don't want those kind of people around you. You don't want yes men, you know? That's fake. Good friends, good people around you will check you in a respectful way and let you know, like, hey, man, you're kind of fucking up a little bit. You need to chill out. Yeah, it sucks, too, because some of those old videos, whether it's, like, 7th or, like, any of those guys from back in the day, I would have loved to, like, have some of those videos. But, like, I wasn't, like, one of those weirdos that wanted to keep other videos and pictures of men on, like, a hard drive or, you know, USB stick or something. You would download someone's video back then to, like, clown them really quick, you know, just because we were, you know, doing the cutting promos wrestling style on each other, and then you delete that shit. I don't keep that shit on my computer, bro. Certainly not years later. Like, people thought, like, Infinite Retro and myself had, like, crazy beef. And we did. But, like, behind the scenes, we were, like, buddies on Skype, you know? That's another guy. Alone, talk to Infinite Retro alone. One of the nicest guys. True setting you free, same deal. Same deal. Like, they knew when to turn the character on, and they knew when to turn the character off. Ask a person if they were a woman or a man. They said, did you just assume my gender? I hate people like that. Yeah, that's the kind of shit I'm talking about. Like, you can't, you know, you just have to be careful about the shit that you say. Like, that's the world that we live in now.
Well, fuck her then.
Read the letter.
Jordan. Isaac's got us posted.
Like, you know I don't owe you that, right? Like, you know I don't owe you.
Spotted in the area.
You know, whatever it is that you want to be called, I don't owe you that. I don't respect you because I don't know you. You know? Like, it's nothing against you. I'm not making it personal. And I take no issues with the way that you live your life, but I don't fucking know you. I don't owe you the courtesy of calling you whatever it is that you want to be called. I don't care what you identify as. No more than you owe me the courtesy. We don't have to be jerks to each other, but I don't owe you that. You just need to accept that I don't owe you that. I'm not going to give you that, and we need to keep it moving. I have nothing against you. Now, we're going to have a problem if you keep pushing, you know. In those situations these days, I recommend, whether it's online, you know, you're dealing with someone face-to-face, whatever it is, just stop. Know when to quit in that conversation as quickly as possible, because you're not going to get anywhere with those people. They feel like you owe them that.
They're really armed.
It's like, you know, they feel like you've known them your whole life or something, and you guys used to be besties, and you should give them what they want. And that's just not how life works. There is an objective reality that some people just can't accept.
Keep an eye out for patrols. There were a bunch trying to smoke me out around here. How many?
I passed 2.
But that's what we've come to.
I got a feeling there were more. And once they realize we're out of the school, and that we killed their fucking friends, they'll be out in force.
Truth was not an asshole off camera. Look, he could be, but we all had those moments, you know? Like, he wasn't perfect, but, you know, Truth was another one. We would hash it out in the videos and have our little back and forths and disagreements, but we'd be on Skype, you know, hours later or the next day or something, talking about, yo, I just did another video on you. Yo, I was thinking about uploading one on you too. And, you know, like, you're not planning the so-called beef out. but like you're cool about it. There's like an understanding, you know? Truth was, he was very, you know, strong, very firm in his beliefs about,
I don't know.
you know, life issues, political issues.
Maybe
I
they
didn't
don't.
agree with a lot of that, but like we were still like really cool. He was not one of those
Could
that
be that you just weren't
because
what
I
they were looking for.
disagreed was still like trying to
let you
push
go.
his beliefs and views
No, they did beat the shit
off
out of
on
us.
me regardless.
The one guy, Jordan, kicked my face in. Yeah, but why do you think that they did?
And those are the kind of
And this shit
people
doesn't
that I
matter.
can respect.
They fucked up. They did.
I've got more respect for some of these guys that I've met and I've talked to online than some people that I've worked with or lived with, whatever it is, what have you,
What
for
was the name of
years.
the girl in the note? The one in the TV station? Leah. Was she the one? She the one with the braid? No.
The Replay Girls
Only thing I remember
videos
about her was
are
the son of
all
a crime
gone.
over that sadistic fuck's face
Replay
was
Girls
sliced open.
videos? Chad Warden videos? I think you could still find a couple of Chad Warden videos. But like those ones where someone called him poor or something and he hops in his Escalade and he went to draw out like $2,000 worth of money and still had a bunch left in his balance or whatever. It was like some crazy video like that.
Hey,
I'm
check
probably
this out.
getting some of that wrong, but it was
Seattle
similar to
traded
what I'm
one
saying.
shitty ruler for another. Any of this jogging memories of stuff Joel said about his past? Nothing new. What are the chances he did stuff that you don't know about? High.
She said hi. At least she's honest.
Sharing.
What are the chances Joel did stuff you don't
I
know
wonder
about?
what Tommy's making of all this. Probably know more about all the people Joel crossed.
His lonely brain is why he didn't like me? Explain. I don't know what that means. Are you saying because he had like left type of views or something? I just know that most of the time those guys were always nice to me. I remember this one time, it was getting a little bit too heated between Infinite Retro and myself, and Seventh personally hit me up on like Skype or something, and he was like, hey,
Still kind of see the buildings.
we need to fix this, and we need to fix it now. You know, like, I think he was letting me know that, you know, he didn't want to get involved, but he would if this thing between Retro and myself continued. I can't, some of that stuff was so dumb and so childish that I can't even remember what it was over. But whatever it was, I'm sure it was pretty fucking stupid. Pony brain, Sony pony. Yeah, but you know, you gotta understand that a lot of that was like, I don't want to say an act, but it was like an embellished, exaggerated version of himself. Like I wouldn't take it all that seriously.
You know how many times I got food poisoning, and why do you think I took up fishing?
Listen to the conversation these dumb fucks are having. I don't know if you guys can hear that all that well, but I can.
What the fuck is this girl? Somewhere in this area. I'm sure she ain't a star. Was riding a horse. Not a star. Well, stars are pop.
If you grab him right there, then she would have seen it. shit.
Shut. Is this your plan?
Oh, that shit's amazing. The Plaid Girls were a bunch of girls who would react to other people's videos long before we had reaction channels. Oh, right on, right on, right on. Man, the reply features used to be awesome, too. I know we talked about it a bunch of times before in other streams, but... Man, when, like, YouTube took away, like, the reply videos section, like, if you went to watch someone's videos, as long as they approved it, you would see, like, a whole section of other videos of, like, people replying to this video. And that helped everyone out because it was, like, given, you know, other channels that were similar, you know, free exposure. We weren't paying each other, you know. It would just be like, hey, Icy, I replied to you. You mind approving this or whatever? And it was cool. YouTube took all that away. Like, they let their algorithm do all the recommending for you now. It's like total horseshit. There's more guys here than I remember.
Got a visual. Let's go for that. Yeah.
Over here!
Oh, shit.
Shit!
Alan!
Please, just stop.
You don't have to do this. God damn.
I kind of do. I wanted to, and I did.
I don't think so. Good. Shit.
Damn, bro, we
You
fucked her
recognize any
up.
of 'em? None. Man, this
You can
kid
blame
is
Google for
huge.
that. After they bought YouTube, everything went downhill.
Massive.
Yeah, that wasn't that wasn't the best thing to happen to YouTube either. That's for sure. It didn't help matters. No question. That being said, I think we will call it a stream
Just Halloween stuff.
here in Nancy's Knick-Knack store.
This stuff is funny looking.
And maybe come back tomorrow and stream some more of this or maybe something else. We'll see what happens. But thank you guys for joining me, man. I do appreciate it. Anyone that's like stuck it out through pretty much the whole thing or just coming in the last 10 minutes to an hour or something, I appreciate you. You guys try and have a good night. If I don't see you tomorrow, if I do end up streaming and you can't come in or you don't want to or whatever, either way, you're still appreciated. Come back anytime you want. You guys are welcome. Thank you for, you know, watching me for years. Thank you for watching my reviews. If you've ever like shared them, liked them, you know, showed someone else, hey, check this review out, all that stuff, greatly appreciate it. I just didn't realize that I had people in here that have been watching me that long. It's that's pretty impressive in its own little way. So you guys try and have a good night. Take care. Peace.